This is the 2022 Coleman Rubicon 1708BH. And I absolutely love this thing. I mean, right away you can see just how it is lifted. It is rugged. It is built to get out there and start exploring maybe those roads a little less traveled, right? But as we all know, we got to start inside, because if you don't like the way it looks, you're not going to like the rest of it. And if you don't like the way this looks, then I don't know, we are not agreeing, because I love what they have done in this interior. I think they did an awesome job. You have two-tone wood in here, right? A little bit brighter on the exterior, a little bit darker here in the center. They kind of brought in your the window treatments. I love that it's a wood window treatment, right? Instead of having like your, I don't know, like your cloth, your fabric, your leatherette that you normally see, they brought the wood right into it, and I think that was a very, very smart move. Now, this floor plan right here, as I mentioned, is the 1708BH. This one comes in just a little under 3,900 pounds dry. So if you're looking for something, again, to be able to get out there with a slide, and you want to be able to sleep the whole family, right? This one can sleep 5. You can see how much space that slide offers you. And again, coming in at that weight is great. I love the flooring they put in here too. You can see kind of like the herringbone pattern. That's something that it just adds a lot to the eye, right? It just kind of helps make the whole unit pop. Right up front is the bed. So you'll see that you have great bed space up here. You have the headboard, storage underneath. Take a look at this. This is sweet. Boom, power tower right there. You need to plug in a cell phone. You need to sleep with a CPAP machine. If you're like me, you know, I have sleep apnea, and if I don't sleep with the CPAP, then I wake up and I'm tired and I feel like garbage, and then I can't do what I love doing, which is this right here. So if I go camping, I need to take my CPAP machine with me. That allows me to do it. Right up top, you can see great storage up there as well. I like that it's open, right? A lot of manufacturers will put cabinets up there, you know, have the doors, and that's fine. But I like the fact it's open. It just gives it that more of that open feel, especially with the nice bright wood here. And underneath that is one of my favorite parts, which is the front windshield. Especially, you know, kind of at this price point, I love that they were able to put that in there. Not only does that bring in a lot of natural light, but if you have a view out the front, it allows you to enjoy that. And from the outside, it looks absolutely stunning having that windshield up there. If you want a TV in your RV, you know, I know that this one's kind of built to be able to get out there and, you know, go explore the outdoors, but sometimes it's a rainy day. You just want to hang out, take a nap, right? Maybe watch a little TV. This lets you do it right here. You can mount that TV there. And of course, the hookups for that will be right up top. LED lights all the way throughout, and that is what you want, especially, again, if you're gonna do a little bit of boondocking, just because, you know, the LED lights are a fraction of the power of what the, you know, the old lights used to be, right? So if you have an older RV now, you know, and you're used to these lights just being a huge drain, well, you can run 10 of these LED lights for the same amount of power that one of the old ones were, so pretty cool. We take a look at the storage up top. Again, nice bright wood. You have the darker oil rub bronze pulls. I like the glass. It's kind of has a little design on there, which is great. Dropping down underneath, you get into the countertop. It's a thermoformed countertop. So that's gonna bring some different advantages for you, right? One of them is the fact that, you know, unlike T-mold, you don't have to worry about, well, the T-mold piece coming off and getting a bunch of water in there and having a rotted out countertop. Plus, it's lighter weight than a true solid surface. So it gives you the benefits of a solid surface without the weight, which is why it's so great in an RV. You will see that the stainless steel apron front sink is undermounted. And that's right, I did say apron front. I love that they have that on there. Really helps make just kind of the appeal, right? It makes the kitchen pop. But being undermounts not only helps prevent you know, some of the water and stuff from getting everywhere, but also you don't have the lip. You know, if you have a top mounted sink, you have this lip all the way around, and it's hard to clean. You go to wipe and, you know, it's a pain. Here, you can just boop, 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 good to go. Right next to that is your 2-burner cooktop, and that is recessed with the glass cover again, so you can utilize that as prep space. Nice and simple to use. And behind, take a look at this behind. You have this huge window running the entire length of the kitchen, really opening up that kitchen space. Now, underneath the cooktop, you have the microwave, in case you want to make some burritos, right? Maybe make some tea, throw some M&Ms in there, who knows? Over to this side, you will see some drawers. excellent space. I always say to have a functional kitchen, you need at least one drawer. You have that right here, but they also give you a second, which I love, especially the fact it's a little bit deeper, because a lot of times I do bring some bigger items. You know, like I always talk about the fact that I bring an immersion blender a lot of times because I like a protein shake in the morning, or an apple core for the kids, right? So you can just boop, done, good to go, serve them apples. But that apple core, right, the handles are things like this tall, and sometimes it doesn't fit in your normal drawers. So I like having the drawer that's a little bit deeper. Now, as we make our way to the back, you will see 2 bunks, 300-pound weight capacity on here, folks. It doesn't matter if you are looking to have a kiddo on there or an adult, it can handle them both. Plus, you will see the storage underneath. I love the additional storage. Now, what you'll see when we go outside is that there is a door right there. And you can open that bad boy up like it is right now, lift this bunk up, you have all that extra storage right there, excellent storage space. It really makes transporting some of those larger items much simpler. You will see the refrigerator is right back here. So 12-volt refrigerator, right? Nice and easy to operate. This one is going to be compressor driven instead of gas absorption. So essentially what that means is it's going to cool down a lot quicker. So if you're used to, having like a propane electric fridge, you know that you kind of have to get that thing started the night before to get it cold enough to, to pack in the morning. Well, with this right here, you don't have to worry about it. You can fire that bad boy up in a few hours. Everything in there will be nice and cool. Then making our way back into the bathroom, right? So I'll take a seat here. As you can see, I have plenty of leg space. I'm fairly wide in the shoulders, and I'm good there as well. Plenty of room here. And then over to the side is the tub shower. Now, I personally like having a tub, especially when you have a bunk model, because, I have littles, and sometimes I'd prefer to give them a bath than try to have them take a shower, and this allows you to do exactly that. The other thing I like about it is because your tub has a higher wall, right, the curtain is more likely to stay in the tub, whereas if you have, like a shower, it's going to be flying all over the place. As far as height, I am 6 foot tall. Thanks to the skylight, I can stand in here. I could honestly probably be 6'1" and still stand in here without having to duck down. You'll see you get a mirrored medicine cabinet right over to the side, which is great. So you have a little bit of extra storage there, like the fact it's a real medicine cabinet, not just a plastic one they threw up there. Of course, you have a vent, light, robe hook, everything that you basically need, plus a GFCI plug in case you need to, do a hair dryer, curling iron, whatever else you may have. Now, last thing I want to touch on before we head outside, folks, is the slide itself. So this, for me, is the really impressive part. The fact that we're still under 3,900 pounds, a little under 21.5 feet long, and you get the slide out. This is great. It's perfect for 2 people. It's a shallow slide, and so what that means is it's not it's not as deep, right? Shallow, deep. But the advantage of having a shallow slide is the fact that when this comes in, you still have basically full access to the rest of the RV, right? You can still go back, you can get to the refrigerator, you can get to the bathroom if you have to. I know it's a big concern a lot of people have when choosing an RV, is they want to make sure they can pull over and access those, and this one you can absolutely do that, as well as the bed if you need to take a nap. But this just really helps open up this main living space by having this slide out, gives you a place to sit. This, of course, can drop down, and that's why this one can sleep 5, because this one does turn into that 5th sleeping position. As far as climate control, folks, this one does have your AC right up top, right? Roof mounted AC, and you will have a furnace in here as well. So it doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, you will be comfortable here in the Rubicon. When we make our way outside, right? Again, I think they did an awesome job. I love the graphics. I mean, you can see if I close this door, I love what they did. It is simple, but it's nice, right? It's nice, clean, solid lines. You don't have like the swoops that we've been seeing for so long. Again, I think they absolutely nailed it. Making our way up front, we'll kind of start up front here, make our way back real quick. You will notice there's a power tongue jack, of course, making hooking up, disconnecting from your tow vehicle that much easier. This will also help you level your RV to front and back much simpler than having to crank it up and down too. Of course, two 20-pound propane tanks, plenty of space there for your batteries. You can see that gorgeous windshield that we have up front with the Coleman name on there. And if you've ever done any kind of camping, you're going to be very familiar with the Coleman name. You know that they definitely stand behind the product. Coming around to the side, this is where it starts to get really cool, right? So you'll see if we go into the pass-through, this is a huge, I mean, absolutely huge pass-through, especially for how small this RV is. And inside there, you can see your 1200-watt inverter as well as your solar charge controller, because there is solar up on the roof. And if you want additional, you can see that you have solar right here on the side as well. So you can add to that solar if you so choose. But I'm just blown away by how big that storage space is. Dropping down underneath are your stabilizer jacks, and what you'll notice is they're much larger than what you normally get, right? And why is that an advantage? Well, when you talk about stabilizer jacks, you want to try to kind of form triangles. Like if we take a look right back here, you can see this is on the ground right now, and you can see how much of an angle you have, right? If they are smaller jacks, they're going to be almost straight down, in which case they don't stabilize nearly as well. And they realize that, you know, being a higher trailer, being lifted up a little bit so you get that extra clearance, they wanted to make sure that the stabilizer jacks were very effective, so they gave you the larger ones, which I think was very smart on Coleman's behalf. You'll also see the solid steps to get into the RV, just like the name implies, they're exactly that. Super simple. You have the grab handle here as well for a little bit of extra control. You'll see there, as I mentioned, right, you get the inverter as a standard. It's not an option, comes on there, plus a 190-watt solar panel as a standard right up top. You see the power awning with LED lights, couple speakers up there. If we drop down, you can see the nice aggressive tire. You know, you have the off-road tire on there, and again, a little bit bigger. And so, as I said, you get that ground clearance in case you are taking this to places you can't take a lot of other RVs. You'll notice your shelf here for a grill with a propane quick connect underneath. And as I mentioned, that easy access storage that you have right there. You have a ladder on the back. It's a fully walkable roof. Folks, I'm telling you, this thing right here absolutely knocks it out of the park. If you're looking for a lighter weight RV, you want to be able to take it to some places, you want it to be beautiful on the inside, come standard with that inverter and the solar panel, then the Rubicon 1708BH is going to be for you.